Good morning once again, and many thanks for joining us this morning on the newspaper review. Before we went on a break, Esther Kalu was telling you about a political affairs analyst who will be joining us this morning for the program, and is Victor Hi. Good morning, Victor Hi, and welcome to the newspaper review.
Good morning. Glad to be here as always.
It's good to have you.
Good to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Victor Hi, let me take you through one of the major stories that took place on the weekend, on Friday. It's about another jailbreak, and this time it's in your state. More than 900 inmates. Some of them escaped, and about 446 have been recaptured. Now, with the scenario of some of the jailbreaks in the country, what's your input to this?
It is said that when the child falls, it will look forward, but when the child falls, it will look back to see what caused him to fall. I expected that after the jailbreak in Benin and in was it Owerri also, that the correctional service and indeed the Ministry of Internal Affairs should have done the needful, install closed-circuit TV cameras, beef up security, because for every criminal that escapes, especially hardened criminal, lives of about 5, 10, or even 20 people are at risk because of their own vomit. Unfortunately, now we're confronted with a situation where people should be behind the bars and now outside, and they have increased the threat to lives and security, not just in Oyo State, but all over the country.
Now, the Minister of Interior, Ralph Aregbesola, equally made another statement. He said the hashtag NSAS protest, after the protest, or rather the protest, is one of those aggravating factors that brought about the rampancy of jailbreak in Nigeria. Well, do you agree with that perspective?
I don't agree. That's an admittance of faith. What has NSAS got to do with it? I mean, this is absolute buncombe. It doesn't make sense. He's running away from his what do you call it now? For want of a better word, I think you should just admit you are in that area. You cannot begin to blame NSAS for the lack of security, or if you like, due diligence in keeping the criminals in check. The one in Benin, you might call that a coincidence or whatever it is, but what have these other ones got to do with it? There was no instance in this or riots in this year's anniversary. You cannot begin to lay blame, on it. That's not true. That's not true.
Mr. Victor Hi, do remember that during the NSAS protest, there were youths, or there were some hoodlums who besieged police stations and some of the prisons around the country, who burnt down police stations, carted away police ammunition. Don't you think this is more of a security threat, not only to the Nigerian police force or Nigerian security agencies, but something that can give rise to jailbreaks in the country?
Frankly, I don't think they are related, and I'll tell you why. The first 4 years, you may have said hoodlums took advantage, and also because of NSAS, policemen were stretched. But between then and now is 1 year. What has the Ministry of Internal Affairs, what have the security forces done to secure our prisons between then and now? Why should it be so easy to break out? I don't understand it. Yes, what happened last year, we can understand. The burning down the police stations, hoodlums took advantage of it. But what has that got to do with the break with what on this side? Okay. And why? I mean, if that happened then, what lessons were learned, and what was put in place to ensure that never happened again? They had 1 year to do that. He cannot come and give us any excuse.
Okay,
right.
talking about things that have been put in place and lessons that have been learned. I mean, connecting that statement with the statements from the Minister of Interior, he said, and I quote, "I am assuring Nigerians that there is no hiding place. This is because we have the records of all the inmates, including their biometric data, which are being forwarded to the Interpol." I mean, with this kind of statement, do you see this over 900 inmates going back to these correctional centers, having that their biometrics has been sent to Interpol?
I mean, this is just drama. These criminals have no ambition of traveling outside Nigeria. They just want to go back to the streets and continue committing their crimes. How many armed robbers or prisoners who are set free decide that the first thing they want to do is travel abroad? Secondly, is it that easy to get a visa? You might say, okay, they might go across the borders. But these criminals work in groups. They need their colleagues. No one operates alone. They work with their colleagues. They'll go back and connect with their friends and then go back to their old life. A criminal cannot get up from here alone and by himself and decide to go to a Ghana, a strange land, where he does not have any connections, to start committing crimes, where you don't have anybody to give you protection. So, please, they should spare us.
All right.
This is all story and drama.
Okay, Mr. Victor.
Nigerians deserve better. And I think the minister should take ownership of what has happened and apologize to Nigeria and then begin to put in place measures that can secure lives and property.
All right, Mr. Victor, still within the confines of our discussion, now that prison facility was built to be able to house 160 inmates, but we had over 900 inmates in that facility. This calls to attention the issue about prison congestion and the congestion in the country. What direction do you think the prison authorities, most especially the Nigerian Correctional Service, should take in the congested Nigerian prisons? Because it's actually, looking at it from an expert point of view, that it facilitated the easy jailbreak since there was congestion in the facility.
Well, I will have to admit I've not seen the budget for the Ministry of the Interior for the current year or even the last year, but frankly, I doubt that they have included in it, in spite of this problem that we're faced with year in, year out. I doubt that part of what they are proposing is the building of new correctional facilities, because frankly, we all know that there is congestion in these prisons. We all know that we need more correctional facilities. But what are they doing about it? How many new correctional facilities have been built in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years? How many are on the line? These are the things we should be looking at, not giving out contracts and all that, because security is very critical to any growing economy.
Away from the jailbreak and look at something that has to do with security now. We have in the news this morning, declare bandits terrorists, 36 speakers tell Buhari. I'd like to ask for your view on this particular headline.
Question is, will he? I mean, we've been begging for this for a very long time. Starting with the people who were masked as headers, and then now bandits. It's easy to declare IPOP terrorists. It's easy to declare Igbo and the rest terrorists. But the greatest threat to lives and properties in this country today are these bandits. See what they did with the Abuja-Lagos-Akadina rail line. I mean, what does it require 36 state speakers, or is it governors, to tell the president that these are not just criminals but terrorists? I don't know what to say. If he will do what he wants to do, they have spoken. I hope he listens and I hope he acts on it.
Question before we go this morning. I mean, Borno City's rapes and drug abuse goes ahead with IDP camps closure. There's that move to close these camps, and they're linking.
No, come again.
Borno City's rapes, drug abuse goes ahead with IDP camps closure. IDP camps. So the closure of these camps is
Borno what?
Borno cities. Borno cities. Borno
Cities.
states.
Borno
Cities rapes.
cities.
Yes. So
Okay.
drug abuse and rapes have gone ahead to, become excuse for why there should be IDP camps closure. I mean, looking at the situation of insecurity in that state and then closure of IDP camps, how do you see this?
Frankly, I think that having IDP camps in any country, within your own country,
Is an anomaly. For how long can we continue doing that? What you should be looking at is securing these lands, getting adequate security for them, and getting them to go back. For every IDP that you have, that is probably, especially the farmers, that's probably maybe 100 tubers of yam out of the economy. That's probably 10 bags of corn out of the economy. That's probably 10 bags of beans out of the economy. That's probably having 20 baskets of tomato out of the economy. So IDP is an anomaly. We should think about resettling these people, let them go back to their normal lives. They all want to go back and farm. They are not looking for charity. They are better off going back to their land, farming, and doing what they know how to do before. We need to secure land, secure them, secure their farms, so that we can have food security in this country and move forward with our lives. The IDP camps, I'm not surprised that you have things like and the rest of them going on there, because you get institutional, people will take advantage of them, either of the gifts that they are given, which may not get to them adequately, or they will take advantage of the women there, or all that abuse, which are the kind of things you see where you have a corrupt system, such as we have in this country.
And that's where we draw the curtain this morning on the newspaper review. I am Oyim Priye Kromale. Do well again to join us at 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. for more updates and news around the globe.
And I am Esther Kalu. Thank you for joining us, and many thanks for our analysts who joined us as well this morning. Do not forget that your morning show does not end here. You have to stay tuned to continue with the tea or coffee team. Till I see you next time, do stay safe.